Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Ferdianto from Information System Regular, Class 4B, and today I want to presentation about operating system midterm exam. In this video, I will answering the question and explain the question. Okay, let's jump to the question number one. And the question number one is talk about directory structure. With a question is create a main directory named name_name inside home mahasiswa directory. So I use a command mkdir -p /home /mahasiswa my name _ Ferdianto to make a new directory with a name my name _ Ferdianto. And question B is inside this directory, create three subdirectories, document, code, and archive. So first, I use the command cd /home /mahasiswa to get into home mahasiswa directory. And second, I use a command mkdir -p my name _ Ferdianto / open curly braces, document, code, archive, and close curly braces to make a subdirectories in a directory my name _ Ferdianto. And the question C is display the directory structure using the appropriate command. So to answer this question, I use a command ls-r. So this display the directory structure where we can see there is a directory my name _ Ferdianto, where is in this directory has three subdirectories where the archive, document, and the code. And next, question number two. And question number two is talk about file manipulation. With a question is create a file named identitas.txt inside the document directory containing the following information. So I answer this question with a command echo -e with following information contain nama Ferdianto, NIM 090312828114 dan prodi sistem informasi with a name of identitas.txt file in a document directory. And B, copy the identitas.txt file into the archive directory and rename it to identitas_backup.txt file. So I use the command cp for copy the file, and document /identitas.txt it's where from we want to copy our file, and the archive /identitas_backup.txt. So we copy our identitas.txt from a directory document to the archive directory. Okay, and C is move the identitas.txt file to the code directory. So we use a command mv, which means move from a document directory /identitas.txt file to the directory code. Okay, so we move identitas.txt file from document directory to our code directory. And D, display the contents of identitas_backup.txt using the appropriate command. So I use a command cat archive /identitas_backup.txt. So we can see our contents of identitas_backup.txt from archive directory. So it's contain the nama Ferdianto, NIM 0903128283281114, prodi sistem informasi. And we going to next question, number 3. And number 3 is talk about access permission. With a question, grant the file owner read and write permission, allow group member to read only, and restrict access for other user to identitas_backup.txt. So I use the command chmod 640 archive /identitas_backup.txt. So I grant the file owner which it's a 6, which means owner can read and write permission. And then 4 to group members, which means to read only, and 0 to other users, which means restrict access. In a identitas underscore backup.txt in a archive directory. And B, change the ownership of identitas underscore backup.txt so that it is owned by the root user and staff group. So for answering this question, I use a command sudo chown root staff archive slash identitas underscore backup.txt, and it's required the password. And for the explain is our identitas underscore backup.txt from a archive directory. We change the ownership of this file to the root user and the staff group. And C, display the access permission and ownership details of the file after the change. And I use a command ls strip l archive slash identitas underscore backup.txt. So it's mean detail of the link files from identitas underscore backup.txt from a directory archive. So you can see RW for the file owner can read and write permission. And then second is group members can read only, and for other user is restrict access. And we can see the ownership detail is the root and staff for the identitas underscore backup.txt from archive directory. And then we going to number 4. And number 4 is talk about symbolic link. With a question is create a file name referency underscore name.txt containing the following text. Okay, I use a command echo with a contain. Ini adalah dokumentasi sistem operasi milik Ferdianto dengan name 09/31/28/23/28/114, which I name the file is referency underscore 090312823281114.txt. So the text is containing in the file name referency underscore myname.txt file. And the question is create a symbolic link to referency underscore name.txt name shortcut underscore name.txt. So I use a command ln strip s referency underscore 090312823281114.txt file, which we want to create symbolic link to a shortcut underscore 090312823281114.txt file. So a referency underscore myname.txt file has a symbolic link to shortcut underscore myname.txt file. And C question is display the list of files in directory along with their attribute to confirm that the symbolic link has been created. So I use a command ls underscore l to display the list of the file in the directory. So in the bottom of list, we can see shortcut underscore myname.txt file has a symbolic link to a referency underscore myname.txt file. Okay, and next it's for D with a question modify the contents of referency underscore name.txt to documentation has been updated by student name. Okay, I use a command echo dokumentasi telah diperbarui oleh Ferdianto as a contents in a referency underscore myname.txt file. So contents of referency underscore myname.txt file is updated to dokumentasi telah diperbarui oleh Ferdianto. And equation is display the contents of shortcut underscore name.txt. What happens? Explains. So I use a command cat shortcut underscore 090312823281114.txt file, to display the contents of our shortcut underscore myname.txt file. And we can see the contents of shortcut file is dokumentasi telah diperbarui oleh Ferdianto. For the question, the contents of referency that we changed, it's changed in a shortcut underscore name txt2. Why? It's because we have made a symbolic link from a referency underscore name.txt to a shortcut underscore name.txt. So when we change the contents of referency underscore name.txt, it's changed to on the shortcut underscore name.txt. Okay, next question is number 5. Okay, and number 5 is talk about usermax with a question A. Check the default Umax value on your system. So I just use a command Umax to check my default Umax value on my system, and it's display 0002. And question B is change the Umax value to 0 to 7 and create a new file named data underscore name.txt. So I use first command is Umax 0 to 7 to change the Umax value. And second comment is touch data underscore myname.txt file to create a new file named data underscore myname.txt file. And C, display the access permission of data underscore name.txt after it has been created. So I use a command ls strip l data underscore myname.txt to check access permission of this file. So it's display the access permission of owner can read and write, the group can read only, and the other has no access to this file. And for the explain in the question. And the question is explain how changing the Umax value affects the access permission of newly created files. So the Umax value determines the default permission for newly created files and directories by subtracting the Umax value from the system default permission. The default permission for files are 666, or which is mean read and write for everyone. So this is the effects on a new files. When we change our Umax value to 0 to 7, the default 666 is reduced by 0 to 7, which is 640, which means owner can read and write, group can read only, and others has no access to this data underscore myname.txt file. So conclusion is in this text, I have created a structured directory and managed file following the given instruction. I am also implement various Linux commands to create directories, manipulate files, modify access permission, and set ownership. Additionally, explore symbolic links, test the impact of Umax value on file permission, and understood how access control works in a Linux environment. Okay, maybe this all from me. Thank you for your attention of watching this video. Thank you so much.